Hello everyone. Today I wanted to speak to you. I wanted to show you how to build your resume. How to win a good resume. Resume, what is this resume? There's a slight difference or there's a slight confusion between resume and CV. Resume means it's for the freshers who do not have experience, who have completed BTech, MTech, MBA and other degrees and willing to get a job. These people will prepare the resume. And the experienced candidates who's having good experience, they wanted to write a lot about themselves, so that is called as CV, curriculum vitae. Resume will give you a job? No, resume will not give you a job, but resume or CV will give you a chance to be interviewed by the recruiter. Resume or CV is most important document to get into a job in your career. So this is just like an advertisement, personal advertisement. It will portray, it will exhibit, and it will tell the recruiter about your personality, your skills, your abilities, your achievements, your academic career. All these things it will exhibit very clearly. That's the reason resume is very important document. And do you know that HRs, how much time do they spend to observe your resume? Hardly 7 to 8 seconds. In 7 to 8 seconds, they'll see a glance and whether it is worthable or not. Is it worthable? Then check it on the right side. If it is not worthable, take it on the left side. Left side, what is there? Dustbin. They'll throw it. Right side means these are the candidates selected to be called for the interview. So this is about the resume. So I'll give you a simple layout of this resume, how to write the resume. Many candidates, many of my followers are completing their degree or post-graduation and they'll be applying jobs. They are in search of many jobs. So these people, you can watch and you can observe and write a very good resume, a creative resume, worthable resume that you can prepare it with these tips. Now coming to the layout. So this is first in resume, take any white paper, or you can prepare it first in computer. Then after that you can take a printout. A resume can be prepared in 3 ways. One is soft copy, that is in computer you can prepare through the Word format, and second one is hard copy. When you take a printout of the soft copy, that is hard copy. And another type of resume is that it's video resume. Nowadays people are following this resume also. Regarding video resume, I talk in another video. So, but anyway, video resume is not the supplementary of this resume, hard copy or soft copy. It is only complementary of this original form of resume. So, these are the 3 types of resume. First, what you have to do is, you'll take a white paper, white sheet, or otherwise you can take a white sheet of in Word format. In computer also you can take. Then what you are writing is first in the format and the top, middle. Many people will write that resume. They'll give the heading resume or curriculum vitae. This is wrong. Always you have to write your name on the middle. So write your name in the middle. How you have to write your name? Take always caps letters, bold letters. Write your name first in the middle. Then after that, left side, you'll write contact number, your contact number and email ID. And when you give contact number, please be careful. When you're applying for many jobs, the number what you have given, it should be under working condition, reachable, and there should not be any kind of disturbances. So that's the contact number, proper contact number you give, and also email ID, professional email ID. No hunky-funky mail IDs, never give it. It gives a very bad impression about you as well, because it's the first document which is meeting the recruiter before you reach the recruiter. So that is why please be careful. Email ID, only contact number and email ID. And on the right side you are pasting your photo, pass photo. So this photo also, it should be professional photo. Professional look you should have, and your dressing sense, hairstyle and face expressions, everything pleasant and professional it should be. And background should be always neutral, plain background you can take. So professional, and never stick photo. Gone those days. In earlier days people used to stick the photo with the stapler or something. It's not required. You can just scan it and take out the printout. The same thing you can send it as a soft copy also. So this is first part of the resume. You're writing contact number, email ID and your photo. Then after that, just draw one line. First part is over. Now coming to your achievements, coming to your career, professional life. So this you are talking in the second part. In the second part, what you are doing first, you are writing first career objective. This is the first statement about yourself, about your career, about your professional life. This is the first statement you are writing. Career objective never start with I want to get a job, I want to be so myself, like first form, never use it. Rather than first form, you can use to pursue, to work, to implement, to obtain. So like you can start the first word like this. For example, I'll tell you. To implement my knowledge, skills and abilities and in a very good professional way, and where I'm searching a good job, where it will give me a very good career and which can utilize my services and which will be benefit for the organization. So like you can write any kind of objective. Career objective is very important. So construct a good career objective. Don't copy and paste. Most of the career objectives will be copy and paste. Don't do that. Think it. What do you want? How you can exhibit yourself, your skills, and where you want to be, how do you want to be, how you will be beneficial for the organization. These are the objectives. If you remember, then you can construct a very good career objective. And sometimes please remember, when company is asking in JD, job description, in job description they are already specifically mentioned a particular qualities. These are the qualities are required, these are the skills required from the candidate point of view. Those skills you exhibit in the career objective. So in that way also you can construct career objective. So first career objective, then after that academic profile. If you are not experienced candidate, if you are writing resume, academic profile you write. If you are having experience, rather than academic profile, first you write work experience, then academic profile. Are you getting me? So academic profile, how do you write? Always write it in a table format so that it is easily visible to the recruiter. They need not to read the paragraphs, not required. So that is why always table format you can follow. I am giving you format. First you are writing serial number, name of the course, board or university from where you are getting the degree, school or college, year of passing and percentage. So these are the format. So this table you can follow it. Suppose your academic track is not good, it will exhibit very easily to the recruiter that candidate academic track is not good, percentage is very less and there is a gap of years, anything such kind of things are there. So to overcome that, don't follow this. This academic profile, write it in bullet forms. In bullet forms you write so that it will hide your academic failure track. So you can follow either this or this. If you are if you are having good academic track, then follow this table only. Then after that, you can write project work or work experience. If you have work experience, need not to write the project work. If you don't have work experience, talk about your project work. You are a fresher. Your project work or internships, these are also talks and these are also exhibits your skills. So that is why you can speak about your project work, where you have done, your project name, title of the project and from which company you have done and your objectives, outcome. 4 things. Remember these 4 things and write it, and so that it will also express something about yourself. And if you are having experience, ignore this project work and talk about your experience. How to talk about your experience? Please elaborate your experience very clearly, specifically what you have done. You have to give a very good idea to the recruiter. So how to write your work experience? So latest job you have to write. Presently I am working in so-and-so organization as a so-and-so since so-and-so date to till date. And your work responsibilities, your achievements, your targets, your awards, rewards, extra qualifications, your expertise in particular area. So all these things, you were a team leader and because of your work, because of your ideas, previous company got so and so benefits and sales got increased. Like you elaborated, the more you elaborate, the more you give the scope. So HR will have a very good understanding about you as well. That is why work experience always tell very clearly your mainly target, that is action words you take, achieved, targeted, and guided, compiled, and presented. This kind of action words you take. It gives a very good impression. So that's about the project work or experience. Then after that, you can come to the second part, that is skill set. What is a skill set? Skill set will speak about your extra activities or extra knowledge apart from your regular course. Suppose you are doing BTech or MTech, MBA, something you are doing it. So that speaks about your academic track only. Apart from that, what you have done, that speaks to the skill set. In skill set, what you can cover? Trainings you can speak. How many trainings you have attended? How many seminars you have attended? Or how many paper presentations you have given? So that you can speak. And also crash courses. What else you have done? Crash course, extra courses which you have done apart from the regular course, like in Aptech or otherwise some other institutions, Orbit or some other institutions, CMC, all these institutions you have done some crash courses. That crash courses also you can mention here. And also softwares. Softwares, what are the softwares you know? So that softwares you can mention, and languages, computer languages also you can speak. So all these things together, you are speaking under the skill set. Then after that, speak about key achievements. What are your key achievements? Speak your key achievements in two ways. One is professional achievements, the other one is personal achievements. When you talk about your professional achievements, you can remember about these awards and honors you received and milestones you have received in your career, or you got a distinction, you were the college topper, you have presented something, you were the national seminar organizer, or NCC, NSS, all these things, this you can say. And also remember personal achievements also you can mention it, like in sports, games, cultural activities, you have done a yoga, diploma or some other courses you have done, that shows that you are a versatile personality. So like speak about your professional and personal achievements. And always use this action words whenever you are talking about your achievements. Just now I said action words. What are the action words? You have to use it. There are many action words. According to your profession, according to your skills, you can use these action words. Then after that, strengths. Strengths you can speak in a keywords, or otherwise in a bullet points. You can write 3 to 4 strengths you can write. You are a quick learner. You are very active in knowing good things, and you can work as a team member, you can work as a team leader, and self-confident person. Like you can take very good strengths. Don't simply bluff. So it looks very clearly that you are bluffing or something. So that is why always implement what is your strengths. You are sincere, you are hard worker, you are workaholic, any kind of things. Please implement for yourself and then present it over there. Anyway, this is going to present to the recruiter. So this is about the strengths, and then after that, personal vita. Personal vita is your personal information. So far till now, whatever you spoke, it's everything is related to your career and professional life till here. So this is 80% weightage. This contains 80% weightage, and your personal vita is only 20% weightage. It's not much important, and only information you are giving about your personal life, personal career. So this is what you are going to write here. Date of birth. Earlier people used to write a lot of things, not required nowadays in the present scenario. You don't expect all these things. Date of birth. Hobbies. Hobbies also very constructive and interesting hobbies, you can take it. And languages known. What are the languages you know? Or you may say English, Hindi, Marathi, Gujarati, or any other languages you can speak, whatever you know. And nationality. Nationality is required if you are applying to the other country, if you are applying for job in another country. But in India, not required. You are in Indian, it's well-known fact. So it's not required if you are applying in India. So these are the personal data, it's enough. Then after that, references. References, you can take 3 to 4 references. And do tell them that I'm taking your reference, sir. I'm taking your reference, madam. If you get any call, please do inform about me. So this information you give it to them, then take their references. A very good position people and who are in a very good high position, or this kind of people, you can take them as a reference. And this generally you will find it, this kind of people in your organization, or otherwise in your education institution, your HOD or principal, or your uncle, aunt, anybody who's non-personalities and who's having a very good name and fame in the society and in a responsible position, these people you can take. Then after that, you can give declaration. As per the above, as per my knowledge, the above details are correct and true, and that's it, enough. A declaration as a declared. So after the declaration, your signature. You write your signature. Then after signature, in brackets, you write your name in caps letters. Then after that, the opposite to signature and your name, you write date and place. Date and place you write. After that, enclosure. Enclosure means along with the CV or biodata, what are you enclosing? What are you enclosing? That you have to write. Sometimes you are enclosing your certificates. Sometimes you are enclosing like driving license or otherwise Aadhaar card, PAN card, and any kind of awards, rewards you got it. These kind of things you are enclosing it. So enclosure you can mention it. So this is about the resume. Already I spoke on resume cover letter in my previous video. Resume should not be submitted simply. Resume should be covered with the resume cover letter. How to write resume cover letter? Please find it in my channel. I have created one playlist, that is job skills playlist in my channel. If you go, you'll find such kind of information. It will be helpful for your job. It will be helpful for your career to get a job. My dear students, let me tell you very interesting thing, important thing, that when you submit any kind of resume or CV to any organization, you may get a call, you may not. But if you write a proper resume, a creative resume, a winning resume, if you write, there are a lot of chances to get, they wanted to see you because of your resume. Interesting guy, this is looking something weightage, and so the kind of impression you are giving, so that there's a chance of calling you for the interview. If you are not getting called, don't worry. Don't worry. Please apply. Don't disappoint yourself. Just keep on doing. Apply. Suppose if you apply for 100 jobs, you may get a call of 10 jobs or 5 jobs. Get a call for interview. That's it. That's the funda. Please remember in your life, and never disappoint yourself. Keep on doing it. How to face the interview and how to handle it. What is the body language you have to keep it for the interview. All these things are there in my channel. Please observe it. Go ahead. Nobody can stop you. There is a small saying. Adversity makes some men to break. Adversity makes some men to break. Others to break the records. You are in the second category, others category. I wish you all the best. Good luck. Any kind of doubts you can express in the comment box. I'll answer it. Thank you very much for following my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. After subscription, press the bell icon so that you get my notifications very quickly. Thank you all. And I'm available in my Facebook page, Devika Bhatnagar. You can like my page. Wish you good luck. Take care. Keep smiling. Keep shining.